eventually you will stop chasing those who are not interested in you, or at least not on the same page as you or on the same level as you. Eventually you will stop trying to rescue everybody and especially date them. Eventually you will be like, I'm prepared for an equal, and then eventually that equal will find their way into your life. Five of Swords, yeah. Once you stop making the same decisions that bring you back to square one again with the old situation, that is when you start to see the progress towards what you really want. But it's not just an instant like, okay, cool, now I get this thing because now suddenly I've made this one good decision. The universe is like, no, you need to prove to me for a while that you are actually making good decisions and that this isn't just like self-serving. You have to make sure that you're gonna always make the right choice. And like, I mean, I shouldn't say always, because there is always the possibility of choosing not the best option. But I really feel like eventually, as long as you continue down that path, you will get to the point again where you will have the opportunity again. And it will not be with somebody you've already had the opportunity with, typically. In some situations, you will have the person come back to your life and things are meant to work out. But in most situations, that is not the case. And that's where so many people get stuck on their journey, is that they underestimate themselves and then they allow themselves to stay stuck places where they are not accepted. You know, like I honestly, from where I am now to where I was in the past, like it is night and day as a difference of just like acceptance, you know? It's like I'm realizing while I'm going through the motions now in my life, how I forced things in the past and how like life was telling me no with people in the past, but I just kept on pushing through and persevering anyway, which like, honestly, the universe loves a persistent motherfucker, but like eventually, to get back to my beginning point, you get to the point where you're like, why am I a charity? Why am I doing all this work for all these other people and I am never benefiting from it? And you turn that back on yourself and you're like, okay, so what am I lacking personally, like from myself, that I can be giving myself now that it will help me to grow and to move in the right direction? And one of the first steps on the journey is your boundaries and sticking to them and like sticking up for yourself and not just letting people make you feel crazy, or like not allowing people to gaslight you, not allowing people to push their narrative on you for your life because they want you to fit a mold that you don't fit. You're not supposed to fit somebody's mold. Like eventually there will be, I love eventually is just like the word of the day apparently in this reading anyway. But eventually the king and queen that are a match will come back together, and or like come together, period. I shouldn't say come back together, because again, for most people it's not like getting back with somebody from your past, but for some of you it is, and you will know that if it's true for you. But you will also know that if this cycle has come around for you again and it feels wrong still, and like you're still trying to make it fit, that's not gonna work for you. And like you can stay stuck there as long as you want to, but that's where this whole conversation started, is that until you break that cycle and like have people in your friend zone, like have people in your friend zone, whatever, like I don't mean that in a bad way with like opposite sex. I mean like, you know, the people in your corner, the people that are supporting you, like, those people should be helping you to move forward with your life and not stay stuck on people. And like, that's why you have to love your honest friends, because like they will tell you, I don't like this person for this reason. And like, it's true. You know, it's never wrong, but also it's like I do sometimes need to like bring myself back and be like, okay, but also I don't need to like make snap judgment calls or anything. It's not like people need to be allowed room to breathe, like wine, right? Like they need to be able to show who they are over time, because like typically we're not getting a good picture of somebody if we're just seeing them one time only, right? We need to be able to have something to compare it to, and to also be able to see, because like for some people like myself, I am a grower, not a shower. And so like it takes time for me to like grow into love, and like, but whenever I do, it's like it's big time. It is very much like peaches might be a thing for you. I'm being like called to this card because peaches is a thing for me. And like when you find this person that you align with and things are just easy and there's acceptance for you like fully, just, and not even just with like the person, but also like maybe their family and their friends, like maybe you know, there are people in their lives that you've met and there are just like thumbs up all around, and that is a very beautiful experience. The High Priestess: listen to your intuition, have patience, and consider carefully what you want before acting. Okay, I'm bringing me back to the point. So if you're not there yet, like keep going is what I have to say, because my single journey was 5 years, and that's not gonna be everybody's necessarily, but like for me, I did not realize what was important to me, and I did not prioritize myself, and I did not love myself enough, and I did not have enough confidence in myself, and like I didn't want to share how I felt, and I did not want to speak because I had felt unheard in the past. But like not everybody is that person, and not everybody is the person from your past, and so somebody will make you feel heard and seen. And it won't be perfect, but you will absolutely want to work through it because you listen to your intuition. And it tells you that you should be there regardless of how you feel day to day, because like there have been days that I've been like, am I supposed to be here right now? Is this where I am supposed to be connecting? Is this exactly like, because I don't mean that just with like where I am right now. I also mean that along the journey, because there were times that I like hated the interactions I was having, but I also knew that it was like character building. It was helping. It was something that was really beneficial. And so again, like even with like where you currently are, you might be sort of like some days being like, man, am I doing the right thing? Is this for me? And it's like every sign in the world is saying yes. And like you're hearing all the love songs, you're like feeling the feelings, you're, you know, and you can't get there without listening to that intuition. Because like if I hadn't listened to my intuition about the feeling that I can experience in this life, and that I was going to be able to experience in this life, and that I am currently experiencing in this life, that is what drove me forward for 5 fucking years of being single and just like hating the experience for the most part. But anyway, at the same time loving it so much, because it was like the hardest but also the best time of my life, because I was just like choosing myself every fucking day. And I would not be in cycles for very long where I wasn't being respected and stuff. Like it was just cutting down more and more every fucking time. And I was like, yes, I'm getting to such a better place. And it all led to where I am now. And I know I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And I'm connecting with who I am supposed to be connecting with. And it's manifesting in really beautiful ways. And the sun is saying, happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success, have confidence in yourself. So if you are not where I currently am, like you will be if you're here listening to this right now.